guys in your comments on this video telling me how these aren't boring and when we're just cleaning equipment and taking shields off. I'm starting to think YouTube is right. You must all be bots because I don't think you know what you're talking about. Glad you enjoy it, but it's not the most exciting thing I've ever done. Good morning. Well, we had our first little dusting of snow last night. Not much. It's gonna melt off quick, but it snowed. Well, check this out. I was just getting out here into the shop to work on stuff and all my dirt is gone. Like, I had piles of dirt laying around this combine yesterday. Apparently, somebody, probably my dad, decided to clean it up for me today. Thanks, Dad. All right, so Brock is coming here in another 15-20 minutes or something like that. So I'm gonna wait for him to get here and get these sieves, Chaffer, all that stuff inside pulled out. In the meantime here, I got this unloading auger chain. I'm working on getting that off. I've got it loosened. There's a tensioner right here that basically you tighten this nut down and tighten this nut down here. It pushes on the spring, which pushes the sprocket up and tightens that chain. I've got it loosened up now. I should be able to get the chain off, although I might have to find the master link and take it apart, but we'll get it. There, just like that. Now we can spin all this stuff kind of separately. These two sprockets, this one here and this one, are the ones that drive those cross augers. That we took the covers off in the grain tank yesterday. They're the ones that bring all the corn to this end. And then this sprocket here spins the gearbox, which spins the vertical unloading auger, and then the horizontal auger that takes it out to the grain cart. Oh, looks like I have a delivery. Seed treatment chemicals. I'm gonna have to get the forklift out, which is buried in front of combine. All right, we gotta move some stuff. Okay, well, here's what we got. 2 of my Golden Harvest pallet packs, which is the Cruiser Max Vibrance, some added apron, and then some yellow colorant. That's what those 2 pallets are, the same thing. There's 2 kegs of Cruiser there in each one. And I also got 5 gallons of Saltro. Saltro is for sudden death syndrome in soybeans. The other stuff is our fungicide and insecticide seed treatment that we put on beans. You'll see all this in the spring. If you watched me last spring, you saw us using that on a bunch of beans. We've got a little bit left over from this past year that's in this keg. So yeah, between that one and the stuff that I just got, we ought to have enough for next year. I mean, hopefully not, right? Hopefully I got to buy more, but that's probably enough for what I'm gonna do. There's that chain I got down. I just found the master link and took that out, and well, if you look real good, you can see down in there, you can see all the wear on the pins on this, and every one of those rollers and pins is going to have the same wear. So I was going to see how much this one stretches and if it will smile like this other one does. Same thing here. The other end is not moving at all. Yeah. She turns into more than half of a circle on that bigger one. That's why we replace them again. All right, so the next thing I wanted to work on was trying to get this concave out. So for wheat, you can see we have 2 different style of concaves here. We have this one here that they call a max thresh, or aftermarket Condex KX7 concaves. This one's called the Max Thresh. This one's called the Max Round. And when I had the guy out this summer, he told me this configuration is what they recommend for beans and corn. And so that's what I set it up. But for wheat, we pull this one out and put another one of the Max Thresh in there. So I got to get this one out. I was really hoping that just taking these 2 bolts and the one that was bolted through the side here out would let that one slide out of there, but she's pretty tight. So I think I'm gonna have to at least loosen the one in front and maybe the one in back to see if I can get it to wiggle out of there. Okay, it is time to work on this because Brock's here. So first thing is this one's got to come out, which it's big and there's not much room, so we kind of got to get on the sides of it and pull it out. I did set up a camera up there for a time lapse to show you this as best I can. All right, well, there's the top chafer out. A few of you noted how these fingers got pretty beat up this year. This is pretty much normal. I don't know why, but I have that every year. There's always a couple missing, and I always have a bunch of them get bent up. This actually doesn't look all that bad. There's one row here, and then the rest are just on the end here. Last year we replaced, looks like about the first 6 of them here. Those are all still in really good shape. So last year there was a big hole right there. Don't know why. And yes, before you ask me, I know that there's a deflector door right here that deflects it for corn, and I had it in place. If I can show you. Well, later. All right, so there it is without the top chafer in, and you can see our bottom sieve. Those fingers are mostly in good shape. There's a couple that are bent, but not too bad. So that's got to come out next. We got to take these 2 bolts out, and then there's these cover plates here that also have to come out. Those cover plates I almost always forget to put back in, and I'm trying to put them in underneath the chafer on top because you can't get to them, and it's a pain. So you guys, when we're putting this back together, remind me to put those covers back on. Thanks. Careful, you gotta go up. There we go. Now the hard ones. Are you going in or am I?
I've done it 3 times this year before.
Not on this combine.
Nope.
Good deal. Usually it's me that has to climb my butt in there. All right, you're gonna need an 18 millimeter. I'll get you your tools. Look at this. Yep, you gotta get it popped up. Is that one anchored in the front? Oh, that one might have bolts in the front.
It's gotta be.
One of them only has bolts in the back. It must be the front one. Yeah, okay, hold up. Good work. Okay, that one's out. Now he gets to do the front one. It'll come. Yeah. Pretty now you got to stay underneath it, I think. That is the first time I have not had to get in there and do that myself. We got them all out. You can come out now. All right, well, upon inspecting these pre-cleaner ones, we've got some more damage that we need to address. So we've got a couple of pieces that are broken out of here, and these are not a replaceable finger like the ones in the over there are. These are welded in place, so we'll have to figure out what we want to do there, whether we buy a whole new frame here, or we might have an old one of these from an old combine stashed in a barn somewhere that we could cut some pieces out and weld them in, which is most likely what's going to happen, let's be honest. And then over here, this is the one that goes in the very front, and it looks to be in good shape. There was, however, the bolt that goes in here was broken. The head of it was gone, so it was not holding it, which is a problem. So we got to get a new bolt. So there is the inside of a combine with no internal parts, basically. That auger down there, remember that one from yesterday? That's the one we took the cover off of, the clean green auger. Oh, my lights are telling me, hey, we're still on. That other pan up there, that one does not come out easily, at least, but there's not really a reason to take it out, so that's fine. You can see our shoe augers up there. Those are the ones that are underneath the concave that kind of push everything towards the back. We did a lot of work on those last year with all new bearings and gears and stuff, so not worried about them. That's our discharge beater, the stuff that makes it all the way through the rotor, comes out the back there and then gets flung into the straw chopper. So this is as far apart as we're going to take this. It just needs cleaned out. So all of this stuff needs, yeah, washed out. All right, back to trying to get this concave out. I got it loose and out, but well, I shouldn't say loose because it's still tight, but it moves. I just got to get it to slide out. I got it. Now you can see this a little bit better, how that spins. Yeah, get all the dust out of it. That's why you have vibrations in the combine when you first start them up, because all that dust settles and does that. Anyway, grain, concave, rotor, yep, just grinds it out through there. Right, like that. Okay, well, we also got this belt loose. This is that one that we could see from the grain tank. It's got all these cracks in it. Look at that. Oh, man. Come on, come back here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that one's still holding together. I'm pretty sure this belt is original. I don't know that I've ever replaced it, so that's held up pretty well, actually. Anyway, we got to get the grain tank covers open so we can get in there to get it off the pulley on the top. But we're going to do that outside because I think it's time to start washing. Moving outside. Always double check to make sure your grain tank and ladders and everything is closed when you're back on the shop, otherwise you'll break your door. Garage, the overhead door. Yeah, all right. Wow, this is a deal. Look at that. All right, well, he can go to town on this for a while. It's about 10:30, so I'll give him an hour and a half till we can quit for lunch and take a break. See how far he can get between now and then and what he can get done. While he's doing that, I'm gonna clean the floor up again. We got a little more dirt on it. We did move a bunch of those pieces, shields and stuff, the sieves and all the stuff that I took off yesterday into the back, so that we don't have to work around them quite so much. I may try and organize that corner a little bit too. Boy, I tell you what, having somebody do the power washing for me sure is nice. Anyway, it's lunchtime, so I'm gonna go get something to eat, run a couple of errands. Brock is still power washing, but I told him to go get lunch, so hopefully he will. Whatever, he's doing a good job. How we doing, Brock?
Still dirty.
It's still dirty. It's getting cleaner. There's more dirt on the ground. We're getting there. Yep. Well. It takes a while. Brock said he ran out of hot water, so getting him some more diesel fuel. He got the grain tank cleaned out pretty well, sounds like. Looks good. So we're gonna start it up and close this so that he can get in there behind, work on the engines a little bit more. Didn't open this back window up. We'll have to do that yet, but that's okay. We ain't done in there by any means anyway. Have fun. It is more fun when you're doing the outside because you can actually see the dirt coming off and that you're making some progress. So, we're getting there. All right, so I am now going to go down to my seed warehouse. I have got a load of corn coming on Thursday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, Thursday. So I'm gonna sweep my floor up down there. I got some wheat scattered around and stuff, and do a little bit more cleaning up in that stuff. And then I can get my floor sweeper and bring it down here so I can help with this mess. Well, I am getting some done, but that blinking red light is not a good sign for me finishing this floor. There's wheat kernels like that laying around. I'm trying to get as much of it cleaned up as possible to limit the food sources for the mice that like to live in here so that they don't get in the corn and beans that I'm bringing in. That is always the problem with bringing seed in super early like this, is that it sits here for a long time and the mice can get into it. But I'm also smart enough to know that when the seed company wants to deliver your seed, you take it, because you might not get it if you don't. And the best quality seed gets shipped out first, and that's important. So as a seed dealer, I want to make sure, one, that I can get the hybrids and varieties that my customers have ordered and want. And with most of the times, that's not too big of an issue, but if things are in tight, short supply, or we happen to get some in-season cuts, if it's sitting in my barn, they can't cut it from me. So you take delivery of it, and you want as good a quality seed as you can get. Usually they ship out the good stuff first, and by good stuff I mean like the better seed sizes and the better germ scores and stuff. So if we get some beans that maybe only have 85% germ, they're going to send the 90% germ beans out first. Or if on corn we have a variety that likes to throw really big seed, and I ordered medium rounds, they're going to send the medium rounds out first to the people that want them, and then they're going to move on to the bigger seed sizes that nobody really wants. So when they call, you just take delivery, which is why they're coming. Mice or no mice, whatever. Well, we can keep them out ourselves. And it's things like cleaning up here. I've made it farther than I thought I would here. Maybe actually gonna get done, or at least done enough. Got by far the worst of it. Cool. All right, well, I don't think I have a whole lot of seed coming on Thursday, but we're gonna stuff it in that corner, so I may have to move them boxes over a little bit. We're not gonna worry about that right now. I do want to get the seed tender out of here, and I need to get that tree cleaned up yet. Those are the two big things we've got to do down here before we consider this put away for the winter. Obviously, we've got a pile of wheat down there and just mess that needs to be cleaned up, clean off the top of it, and flush everything. I did drain the line, so there's not any liquid still in it that's going to freeze or anything, but it needs cleaned. He decided he had to do the fun part. You can actually see the difference you're making. I'm trying to help him out. I'm doing some research here, and I'm going to buy some new nozzles for our power washer, because I think those ones are getting fairly worn. And I want to get a good rotary nozzle that we had one, but it doesn't spin, and so I'm going to buy a new one. Anyway, I'll show you when I get it. All right, it is 4 o'clock. Brock just took off. I think I'm going to go and spend an hour or so doing some power washing. I'll see how he's doing, get some stuff rinsed down, and we'll keep working on that. Then we'll get everything put back in here. I swear I already cleaned this. That is the problem. You get one area halfway's decent, and then you move on to the next area, and it blows everything back to where you have already cleaned. The good thing is it's loose, so it rinses right off. But and it is cold today. Like, it's not even 40 degrees out, so using the hot water is nice, but it just makes steam, and eventually you can't see very good. You got to keep moving around different areas, so I'm just rinsing it down lightly here. I'm about done. I've had enough. I haven't been doing it hardly at all. Brock did it for like 4 hours today. Good for him. Anyway, I'm just rinsing stuff down. We're going to pull this in the barn, scrape up what's on the ground into a pile, and we'll look it over a little better once we get it in the shop. Yep. Burr. Looks like our drain needs cleaned out already. That's supposed to be a once-a-year job. We're just getting started. Does it look cleaner to you guys? We are getting there. I cleaned up these a little bit. Got them nice, shiny. The outside's, it's better. It's better. Yeah, we're getting there, but there's still quite a lot to do. How's the inside? Oh yeah, you got the inside good. Hold on. Better. Still some stuff. But yeah, that's better. I may work with a hose quite a bit tomorrow inside here, because I can rinse a lot of that stuff out with a hose and just get it down to the ground. We'll see. All right, well, after a little bit of inspection and looking things over here, we really are making progress. This is not bad. We're getting closer to being acceptable. So, long ways to go yet, but we'll get there. I don't even remember where I was at. Last clip I filmed before that it was like an hour and a half ago, so I don't really know what I told you before or what I didn't, but we're gonna wrap her up now because I am heading home. So tomorrow's plan is to keep working on this. Like I said, I might work on this in the shop here with a hose for a little while and see how far we can go there, and then maybe we'll get it out and power wash it. We've also got a tractor down to Berkey that we're gonna go and get. Dad went and got the big one today with the ripper, but we've got a semi truck that we can go stash in the barn down there and bring the tractor home, so we'll probably do that tomorrow. And then keep working on this. Thursday, I've got that corn coming, and Brock will be back in the afternoon. I don't know exactly what's going on yet. We'll figure something out. But Friday, we're going to do some of the maintenance stuff on here, change engine oils, air filters, all that good stuff, fuel filters, and get the book out, see what all else we need to do, and start moving on from just cleaning to actually doing some maintenance. So I've got a parts list that I've started assembling. We'll have to go and get some parts at some point. I'm hoping our tractor is going to be done up at the dealership here real soon so that I can go and get it. And I was going to pick up parts while I was there. That was the idea. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow. And if you have any questions and comments, leave them down below. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks.